But you know what this reminded me of? You know, when I was a kid growing up, a lot of times like families would do recipe books as gifts. Everyone compiles recipe, or someone's, you know, bridal shower, everyone put a recipe book together. And in many ways, Babette, you've taken the social world and made this the online recipe book. You know, this is I don't need the hard copy anymore. I know exactly where to go for it. I have everything I need, and it kind of still has that cozy, like, you know, warm, fuzzy feeling to it, too.
Well, I found that, you know, people would, during the holiday season in particular, like say you have a family member who has a great recipe, there's this kind of like feeling of, okay, we got to get that recipe, we got to pass it out to all of our friends and our family. So the interesting thing about the site is that it's actually a recipe swap. So anyone in your network automatically gets your recipes every time you've uploaded it. So like during the holidays, for example, like if your grandma or your aunt uploaded a recipe, as soon as they upload that recipe, it goes out to all their friends and family. So you're not waiting for, you know, all of a sudden the holiday goes and you go, oh shoot, I need to get that recipe for that fruit cake or whatever it is that you're going to make. It's a really fun, exciting experience to see. It's a real living cookbook. We have a lot of people who come into the site and, you know, 80% of the people may just browse and may just want to discover a recipe, but that, you know, 15–20% who are uploading recipes and working all the time, they're really they're helping us discover food in different cultures.
Talk about, Babette, about how the revenue streams that you've targeted and the corporate sponsorships, for lack of a better word, that you've inked, and how you've integrated, because it's not just about the cooks at home, it's also bringing advertisers into the mix, and how you've done that and done it seamlessly.
Thank you, I really appreciate that. Part of what makes the site unique, like I said, the recipe swap. So when we started getting brands that approached us and they said, well, how can we be a part of your conversation? How can we be, you know, not only be at the forefront of where our members are looking at, but also go home with them and be at that kitchen table with them? So what we did was we started working with ABC, Universal, Fox Searchlight. We did, you know, most food sites you would naturally think would start dealing with the big food brands. We took it a little bit differently. We realized that a lot of our consumers were really interested in learning about, you know, like they were Desperate Housewives fans, or they really wanted to see the movie Julie and Julia. So we took recipes that were inspired by those film and TV shows. We worked with the studios and the film companies, and we put branded recipes from those entertainment properties. So all of our members know that after Desperate Housewives airs on Sunday night, they can tune into BakeSpace and get the recipes that were featured in the show. Now, part of what brands want to do is they want to make a genuine connection. So if you can tell me a better way to make a genuine connection than literally being at that kitchen table with somebody, you know, on a Tuesday, you know, evening when they're having dinner with their family and saying, I just got this from the Desperate Housewives campaign, I can't think of a more intimate brand relationship that the brands can have with the consumer.
But can you clarify a bit? You said the brands approached you. Who approached you?
Sure. We work sometimes directly with the marketing firms, or we work with the studios, or if it's a production company that's doing an independent
No, but initially, did they come to you and say, hey, we want to be on your site, or did you say, I got to figure out how to make money and get out there?
You know, we first started with companies reaching out to us for banner ads. And once we realized that the brands were interested in our community, instead of just putting on banner ads and saying, hey, click here, come and, you know, be part of my microsite, that didn't really sit well with our members. Our community is really an active, they like to participate. They like for the brands to listen to them, and they want to make a genuine connection. So what we thought was, why don't we take the brands and put them into our community? So we started, as the brands started approaching us for the banner advertising, we started realizing there was a bigger opportunity there to make a genuine connection. So we made the brands an active community member. And then what we do is, like, for example, Pushing Daisies, that's how we got a hold of ABC. Pushing Daisies started promoting the new season of their show. I don't know if you remember Pushing Daisies.
Oh yeah,
it was a show.
It was a great show.
Recently got canceled.
Yeah,
I know.
With Kristen
I know.
Chenoweth, who we're looking at right now.
Yeah. Well, it was a huge foodie following. I mean, people were just so passionate about a show that just completely encompassed just the idea of making a pie and sharing it. And so I reached out to ABC and I said, you know, we have a great opportunity here. We can take branded recipes, branded pies that are from the show, and we can give them to our members. They loved it. And then once we started building a relationship with them with Pushing Daisies, it was the first season, so they were a little bit more flexible. You know, I really was targeting Desperate Housewives. I wanted to build a strong relationship with them. Once we got Pushing Daisies, we started getting Grey's Anatomy, then we got Ugly Betty, and then when we got Desperate Housewives, we knew, we're like, okay, we're doing something, we're on the right path, because that is really one of their most important properties. So.
And Babette,
we're very excited about what we've been able to do.
We have to take a quick break, but when we come back, I want to know, hopefully viewers will call in, I want to know exactly how you started this. Like, how much money did it take? If you had no internet experience, who did you reach out to? So maybe we can cover that when we come back. And also, a viewer has written in and wants to know how to